I remember that feeling so well and thinking, you know, and I know people feel so helpless. They feel so helpless. And I was going to deck the next person that said, God doesn't give you more than you can handle.
I know.
And it's like, God didn't give me cancer. God's given me the strength to get through these treatments, to get through these days, you know.
Yeah.
And I just, you know, almost every person that came to visit me
Yeah.
said that. And I just wanted to go, bam!
I agree.
Quit!
You know, there are, well, we have a friend who has lung cancer, and she writes books. Lori Hope, I don't know if it's a book on cancer, and there's lists of things you shouldn't really say to a cancer patient.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And
know.
that's probably one of them.
Yes, yes. Yes.
Oh, because, you know, if you really do have a belief in God, you really do have a faith, then you know that, unfortunately, because we have free will, because we have choices, you know, who knows what environmental things I was exposed to? Who knows what choices I've made in my life? I know, you know, one of the things with breast cancer is you need to not have excess fat in your body, you need to be exercising. I mean, I looked at the list and I thought, oh crap, yeah, I'm overweight, I haven't been exercising, you know. I did some of this myself, you know, I don't know.
Well,
But I just believe that God is a loving God, and God doesn't want us to suffer with cancer. God
see,
doesn't.
that's
you
what I
know.
want to think, and I know I've been having trouble with my faith lately.
Especially when you're suffering, you know. And when I was a chaplain, my wards were the children's wards. I had the children's oncology, the children's NICU, the neonatal ICU. I had the PICU, the pediatric ICU, and I saw all these children, you know, an 18-month with a blastoma that's going to die because she's so, you know, it's on the spine, and when it's on the spine, there's nothing the doctors can really do. It's just a matter of time. And a baby that's born, you know, 15, 16 weeks too early, is that really a good thing to keep that baby there to survive? You know, 24-week-old baby?
That's
Not
it.
really.
And
You
those
know.
are just things that I am having trouble understanding, and
Yeah.
I think why, seems like I have one thing on top of another, and I just think, God, why so many? Why
do
can't
I
I
have
be
to
spared a few things,
Right.
you know?
Can you spread the wealth a little? Let somebody else have some of this.
Yeah, and I just, I mean, I want to believe, I've always believed, but it's been hard as of lately, and I know that there are times I've felt him. You know, there was it, a time when I had to go for results of a scan, and I was just like this. And I thought, I can't go, I can't get up and get ready or go.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have it in me. And then in a little while, all of a sudden, I just got up and I got myself ready, and I don't know, I felt that God was
Just
giving me
gave you that
strength
strength.
to do it. So, you know,
And you know, it's perfectly normal to have those kinds of thoughts and feelings, to wonder, God, where are you? Even Jesus, when he hung on the cross, said, my God, why have you forsaken me?
right.
Even Jesus has felt distant from God. And I think about things like that, and that helps me through when I'm feeling like I've lost my faith, or I'm not walking right along that path, you know, that I should be walking. And I remember when I went through my cancer, I heaved for the 5th time in half an hour, and my mom was with me, and I tried to keep an open outlook, and I've heard from people that you've just had an amazing positive outlook, and
Mhm.
you know, you've just walked your Christian walk, and you know, just been so strong, and I tried to do that, and I remember sitting on the couch, threw up another time, and I just looked at my mom and burst into tears, and I said, why do I have to suffer so? Because I was in the middle of seminary, trying to follow God's will for my life, and she just let me cry. She held on to me and let me cry. And then finally she just looked at me and she said, you know, Linda, Jesus suffered. And I thought, you know, that's true. So who am I to complain? And, you know, I've also kind of, sometimes, you know, when you ask people how they're doing, they'll say, can't complain. And I'll say, well, yeah, who'd listen anyway? You
Yeah.
know, so you try to bring humor into the situation, but
Yeah.
it is
you do.
devastating. It is devastating. It is hard to figure out, God, where are you in all of this? Why do I have to do this? And because, you know, back in Jesus' day, it was because of something you did that you were sick. I mean, people literally would think, oh, you've led a really bad life, and that must be what the whole issue is. And when really, in truth, it has nothing to do with what we've done. It's just, you know, our world is full of chemicals and things
Everything.
that are bad for us, and, you know, who knows what we eat. If there's additives, there's all kinds of things that we put in our bodies that
That's
may
it.
cause issues, and we just don't know. We just don't know.
Well, I'll tell you, one of my pet peeves of people saying things to is they'll say, well, I could go out tomorrow and be hit by a truck. And that just sets wrong with me. It's like they're making what I'm going through so lightly.
Right.
And I want to say, but I have death looming over me. I know.
Absolutely.
You don't know that.
Right.
And I just hate when people say that.
And, you know, sometimes I think about when I was going through the cancer, and I thought, and it's kind of a weird thing to say out loud, but it was really true. I thought, well, either way, for me, it's a win-win, because if I survived, I would still be there with my daughters, and still, you know, as a single mom, I'd still be there with my daughters, and I'd still have life ahead of me. If I died, I knew I'd be with Jesus. And so either way, I thought, okay, it's a win-win, because I'll either be with Jesus or I'll be with my daughters, either way. And I think that really helped me a lot to kind of look at all of the, of course that didn't make the treatments any easier.
Yeah,
It
I
didn't
know.
make how I felt. I mean, I was cold all the time. I did learn, thankfully, I figured out that all your heat goes out your head, and when I had no hair, I wore a hat, finally, because I didn't sleep the first 3 or 4 nights after my hair fell out. Couldn't figure out why, and I knew I was cold all night, but